the side of divorce that nobody talks about. So almost a year later, you still sit in your car crying because you just want your family back. You would do anything to get your family back, but it doesn't matter. So you sit in your car because you don't want your kids to see you weak. And you just cry. And hope one day it'll just all get better. I hope that one day is soon.
You serious?
This is ridiculous. I've seen better acting than one of those Tubi movies. I am not sitting here saying that this lady is not going through something, but all this crying and this display she's putting on right now is absolute garbage. And plus, I can't stand when people do this. You set your phone up in your car, then decide to cry on cue, and I don't see any tears. Where are the tears, ma'am? I don't see anything. And I'm not saying that she's not going through something, because divorce is hard, even though, based on statistics, she's most likely the one who filed for the divorce. But setting up a camera in your car isn't going to help that situation out at all. This is why I'm always saying I wish more people thought about this part before they file for divorce. Think about the after effects. Think about what's going to happen after that. And this way, maybe you can go and figure out a way to save your marriage. I know you can't save all of them, but I do believe a lot of marriages have been thrown away without a real chance to fight for it or to resolve the issues. I also believe there are people out there, they're listening to their friends, they're listening to people online, and they believe the grass is going to be greener. They think they can go out there and find somebody better, but once they get out there, they realize that is not going to happen. But regardless of all that, this lady is full of it. I don't believe this display she's putting on for 1 second. And I love the part when she said, I'm sitting in my car crying because I don't want the kids to see me crying. But then you put it on the internet so the world can see you crying? The world, Craig? Is that what you're saying? This is ridiculous. We don't believe you. You need more people. I'm pretty sure if your husband was watching this video, he is not sitting there thinking about putting the band back together. That I can pretty much guarantee that. And one more piece of advice for you, lady, and anybody else out there who's in her situation. Before you end up sitting in your car crying about how you want your family back, how about you try your best to not break them up in the first place? That's all I'm saying.
What do the women that beat men look like? Like, I hear so much about them, but what do they look like so I know how to avoid them?
What you bringing to the table? I am the table.
There you go.
Women keep other women delusional, and I'm going to give you a perfect example of this. So I was scrolling on my Facebook page and I came across a post that said, sis, don't worry about it. There's a man out here that will do this and this and this. And I'm always seeing posts like that where they're like, there's a man that'll XYZ. There's a man out here that'll do this. There's a man out here that'll do this invisible man. But the one thing that women leave out of that conversation, and they don't have the foresight to see and understand, is that just because you desire this man doesn't mean that he desires you. Y'all are going out here ramping women up, getting their oxytocin released all out of their brains and telling them that, oh, if there's a man out here that's going to do this, this, and the third, and totally omitting from the conversation that these same men have to desire you back. These men that y'all are talking about, these invisible men, they have an idea of the kind of woman that they want as well. And whoever that woman is going to be tailor-made for him and his needs and his desires and fit into his life like a puzzle. And that may not be you. Only a child would think that just because you want something means that you will have it. That's how children think. Children don't understand that just because I have a desire for something doesn't mean it will be mine. When you are an adult, you have to understand that you have to align yourself with things. You have to strategize to get things. You have to plan to get things. You have to work hard to obtain certain things. Only a child would think that because I want it, it will be mine. Like, that is imaginary thinking. And that's how women talk to one another. Women do not talk to one another in a way that gives them tools and resources and strategy to actually align with the desires of their heart. What they do is give each other empty compliments. Like, yeah, girl, it's a man out here to pay all your bills. Yeah, girl, it's a man out here to take care of you and your kids. Yeah, girl, it's a man, but they totally negate the other half of that conversation, which is the man that pays all your bills may want this. The man that takes care of you and your kids may want this. These men are looking for a certain particular thing in a woman. And if that is not you, then you still back where you started. So it's like, I hope that makes sense.
This lady was cooking with 2 pots, a skillet, and a deep fryer. I love everything she had to say. She definitely was on point when she was talking about how these women want these men, but they never think about if these men want them. But I really want to talk about the last portion of her video. When she said these other women are so focused on just consoling these women or helping these women cope, they will never give these women real answers, real skills, real knowledge to help them get out of their situation. All they do is say stuff like, oh, don't worry about it. There's a better man out there waiting for you. You'll be okay. It's gonna work out. There's a man, if he don't do it, another man will. They're so focused on giving them that information, but none of that means anything. It doesn't mean anything. You can say that stuff till your head pop off. It ain't gonna change the fact that that man ain't coming. And this is the domino that starts the whole domino effect of these women sitting around waiting for Mr. Right to show up. If some of their friends or these other women would just be honest with them and say, look, lady, if you want to upgrade the type of men you got to go out there and upgrade yourself. You have to do better. If you're in a situation where you already have a bunch of kids, you got to bring your expectation down a little bit, because you ain't gonna probably get that top tier man if you got 5 kids. That's probably not gonna happen. They don't offer real tangible answers to help these women. Change your attitude. Change how you talk to them. Change your mindset. Stop being a bum. Stop being a beggar. Take care of yourself. Go to the gym. Focus on how you'll make his life better instead of making your life better. These are real tangible things that a woman can do if she wants to upgrade the type of men that she's getting, but they don't do that. They just tell them, oh, don't worry about it. That was just a practice one. The real guy is coming. And this is why you have so many women sitting around waiting for this mystery guy who is never coming. And by the time they realize this guy isn't coming, they're already older. A lot of times they don't look the same as they did when they were 20, and they just brought themselves a one-way ticket to Strugglesville. That is what happens to a lot of them, because they're listening to their delusional friends who are doing way more damage to you than actually helping you. So when a guy like myself come on here, or even this young lady here come on here telling you the truth, we're the devil. We're the bad guy. We don't like you. We hate black women. We're being mean, when that is furthest from the truth. I've always said the people who are going to tell you the truth are the ones that actually care about you. But y'all don't care about that, because it's all about how you feel. You want to go where somebody's making you feel better. So who am I to stop you from doing that? I'm just telling you she is absolutely correct. Keep listening to your delusional lying friends, and it is not going to end well for you. There are a bunch of women who are starting to wake up right now realizing they have been lied to their whole lives. And a lot of them won't come along and say anything about it, but they are suffering in silence. Trust me. They're realizing all that crap that they were told about having a man who was 6 feet tall and has to make 6 figures, and they need a man to pay all their bills. They're starting to realize all that stuff was just garbage. Having a man who isn't that tall or not making 6 figures can still be just as beneficial to you as a man doing that stuff. But a lot of these women just have to go through it, but they don't want to hear us. They just want to keep going out there chasing waterfalls. So it is what it is.
Am I a bad dad for refusing to spend a single dollar on my teenager's school clothes this year? Start of the summer, I told my son, if you get a job, I'll match every dollar you make for back to school shopping. He's 15. It's totally legal to work in Maryland with a permit. So he talked about wanting to work, never filled out any application. Said, I'll get around to it all summer, week before school. Now he's acting like I'm just going to hand him money. It's not just like he wants basic. Like I'm not going to, not buy him socks or whatever. We're talking like Nike Air Force Ones, Jordan,
right.
Hollister, whatever.
Yeah.
I say, you can pay for them yourself. His mom, my ex, says I'm being a bad dad because now he's starting school without anything new and all his friends have fresh outfits. I'm thinking, right, this is a life lesson.
Yeah.
He needs to learn. You don't just get handouts. You don't get rewarded for doing nothing. So I'm not stopping him from getting clothes. He can buy them himself. And to me, this isn't a punishment. This is parenting.
Now, I'm not sure how y'all feel about this, but I'm with the dad. I know the boy is 15, but if he's in a situation where there were jobs available, things that he can go out and do, and he didn't even try. Now, if he tried, that's one thing. If nobody was calling him and nothing happened, that's a whole different story. The boy didn't even try. It's like he basically told his father to screw off. I'm not doing that, but you're still gonna buy me these clothes. Now, school is here, and you're looking at your pops like he never told you what to do to get these clothes. So I'm with the father. I understand where he's coming from. So many of these kids are just used to people giving them stuff. They don't want to go out there and work for anything. This is a good lesson. I had a summer job when I was 14 years old, so I was out there working for my school clothes. So I understand what his father was saying, but I'm pretty sure everybody won't agree with me and the father. Maybe you think 15 is too young for him to have to go out and figure it out. Maybe you think his father is just trying to get out of the responsibility of buying him clothes. I don't think that. I think the father is on point. I think that boy needs to learn a lesson. That phrase, you don't work, you don't eat, didn't come from nowhere. That is a real thing in real life for a lot of people. And I do want to add the fact that he said the boy didn't have any new clothes. He didn't say he didn't have clothes. The boy wanted some new sneakers and all that, but he didn't want to go work for it. But anyway, I want to hear what y'all think about it. Do y'all agree with the father? Do you disagree with the father? Do you think there was a better way he could have handled it? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate you watching. See you next time.